Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Abstract Medicine. Welcome back for those of you who know about Abstract Medicine. Thank you so much for joining. So as you can see, I'm going to be doing another video for all of you. The last video was quite a vague one. It was the week ahead as well as the December predictions. It was mainly about love, so I thought I'd just do a video for some of you who are just inquiring about other things. This is going to be another general video. I'm not really feeling called right now at this time to do a pick a card. I'm sorry, I know. It just takes a lot out of my energy. So I'm going to be doing a general reading, so just pick the messages that really resonate for you, and those that don't worry about it, just let it go. So let's just do a general reading for the collective. You know, what is it that you need to know right now? Okay. All right. So just get prepared. I hope you're all doing wonderfully well. I don't know why I said that. It's been Scorpio season, so I'm sure you've had a rough ride. But now we're in Sagittarius, so welcome back, Sagittarians. Happy birthday. Welcome back to your solar birthday. Happy birthday to my Sagittarians. Happy birthday to my papa. Okay, so we're going to be using the Angel of Abundance cards by Doreen Virtue just to set the tone, and then we'll be using the tarot, okay? And maybe some other cards that need to come out. The Fin de Siècle deck is literally staring at me going, come on, use me. I've got so many decks I would love to use more of. Okay, so let's just cleanse the energy. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Love Palo Santo. All right, so what is it that you need to know right now, collective? I'm just thinking whether I should remove my beads or not, but I'll just leave them on. Okay, so what is it that... Okay, it's a lot of cards. What is it that the collective need to know, dear angels, ancestors, guides, in the light? Please help me to decipher the information and let the information flow thoroughly, clearly, precisely for the collective. Thank you so much. So the same card is coming up about lifts being blocked. So in the December prediction, we had obstacles that were in your way are now being lifted. So we have the same sort of message here in a different deck. This is the Angels of Abundance deck by Doreen Virtue. And we have the same card. So all your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Okay, so that's gorgeous, isn't it? So that's beautiful. So we're going to put that right there. There's a little bit of a glare because I have the my light here on today, and I don't normally switch the light on, but anyway, here it is. I think I might need to change the tarot table setting a little bit. You can't see all of the starry lights, but I assure you they are there. Let me show you. There they are. They are there. So yeah, anyway, there they are. But I was thinking about putting like the starry lights like here, like that. So I'll be doing that in the next reading for all of you. So let's just have a look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so this card came up, this message came up in the general reading for the collective that I posted today. Employment change. Your career path is leading you to a higher direction. In the card for the Abstract Medicine Collective on Instagram, abstract_medicine on Instagram, we had this message of moonlighting from one career to a next. So there is a job change happening and there is abundance coming through. So some of you have had a recent employment change. Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new You are being supported each step of the way. So I feel like some of you are already in that change, and I feel like that's just no news to you because you've already experienced that career change, that job role change already. Sorry, I've got wax on my table. And so there's that, and so I feel like there's maybe your career where you're working before, or the sort of job that you had before, was impeding you from moving forward to actually where you need to be. So I feel like whatever situation you are in right now in terms of your career, your job, there was something that was blocking you from your successes or your true abundance, or whatever needed to be learnt in that career, that job, that role has been learnt, and now you're moving on to something new and fresh. And I do see that there was something that was stopping you from having your blocks lifted. Now the way is through, I'm hearing. So let's have a look at the crystal ball today before we get into the tarot. Okay, so let's see what the crystal ball has to say. I've got a bit of a neck ache personally, but let's just have a look at the crystal ball. Okay, crystal ball, let's have a look. What is it that you're wanting to share with the collective today? What is it that the collective need to hear right now? Fishtails. I'm seeing fishtails. Some of you could be Pisces or Cancer, Cancerians. All right, let's see what else I can see. Hopefully, it's a very small crystal ball, but it still works. I just had the mightier, the power. So there's something about, you know, something not necessarily needing to be big in order to believe it. You know, sometimes miracles do happen in small packages and small stages, and maybe that's what's coming up for you. Okay, let me see what else I can see in this. I see an eye here. Someone could be studying you, or you could be the object of research, I'm seeing. I'm also seeing someone who is arguing as well. So there may have been some challenges with regard to people around you, maybe in your job place, but that you left behind, where there was conflict and there were arguments. Maybe those people are keeping an eye on you online, or just in your neighborhood, just, you know, keeping an eye on you one way or another. I just heard because they lack the competition, so I don't know what that means, but I just you know, say what I hear. Okay, so what else is there here? 1 second, I just need to polish the crystal ball, 1 sec. Okay, there you go. All right. I am picking up on world travel for some of you. Some of you could be planning on going somewhere on the other side of the globe where you've absolutely never been before. So this is probably literally like from one area of the globe to the complete opposite. So from one hemisphere to the other. It's going to be very beneficial for you. Some of you may see it coming, some of you may not. Okay, what else? I see a skull here. I see a skull. So there's something that has died. Some of you also have a bird in spirit. But anyway, I see that there was an ending in something. Wow. What is that animal called? It looks like a deer. No, it's not. It's got antlers. It's not a stag, but it's like a deer. It's an African beast and it looks like a deer, and I can't remember what it's called. I'm also seeing a moth here, so you could be attracting a lot of moths to a flame energy. I just heard Star Trek. For some of you, you could be revisiting Star Trek. Something out of this world is keeping your attention at this time, or you could be for someone else. So there's could be some space travel, astral travel involved. All right, let me see what else. I'm seeing a female, a woman. So it's the energy of the winds. It's the western wind is coming towards you. The western wind, and she's a female energy, and she's blowing grace and beauty and abundance your way. She's a westerly wind. So the west could be significant, the west of your neighborhood, the west of your city, your state, your country. Pay attention to the wind of the west, and maybe also she's a beautiful energy, just gorgeous. You could be receiving messages from her, and also you could also ask the wind, the western wind, for messages. And when the western wind comes in, those are the messages that you receive from her. I'm also seeing a tree here, so branches that are growing and have been rooted for quite some time. This could also be your investigation of your DNA, your ancestry, or you could be mending. I'm hearing mending roots that need to be mended in your ancestral lineage for the future ancestors to come. Okay. All right, let me see if there's one more. Are there any other messages? I think that's it for the moment. I think that's it for the moment. Okay, so we'll put that aside. Oh, I almost burnt myself there. So this is a deck I've not used in such a long time, and I've probably only used it once on this channel, and I don't use it personally or in my private readings, but it's this deck here. It's the Sacred Sites Oracle cards, and I kind of feel drawn to using them today. All right, so we're going to be using these. And we have a little sticker in here that says love. So there's a sticker in here that says love, and maybe we just needed to read that. I feel like I want to stick it onto my table, actually. My tarot table. I haven't used this deck in a very long time. I know the last time I used it was before I had to put my cat down, so that was 2020, 2 years ago. And I feel like it's a little message from him saying that he loves me, which is very sweet in spirit. Okay. Cute. Right, let's now have a look at this deck here. What is it that the collective need to know, please, Spirit and angels, ancestors, guides, in the light? What is it that the collective need to know, please, Spirit? Thank you. You really want me to use the dice now? Okay, I'll use the dice. I won't forget. Okay, thank you. Oh, I've just, okay, they've answered a question that I needed to hear, just internal for my personal use. So we have Varanasi and Bodh Gaya, okay? All right, so these are the cards, gorgeous cards. We have Varanasi with the Om Ganesh as well, and we have Bodh Gaya and this monk here. So we're going to read these cards. Sacred site, so Varanasi. Actually, let's read this at the end. Let's read these 3 cards at the end from the book, okay? Let's do that. I'm so glad I picked these because I just haven't used them in so long. So we're going to be reading that afterwards. Okay, so we're going to use a tarot now. Are we doing the big tarot or the small? The big one. Okay. So, dear angels, ancestors, guides, please help me to send the messages out there to the collective for whoever needs to hear what they need to hear today. What's going on in the present position, please, Spirit? Six of Cups. So in the present position, we have happy memories, good times to comfort you in times of trouble. We have the Two of Cups. Okay, I think we're going to be talking about love again. Love is strong for December, but anyway, let's see what else. Okay, so right now at this present time, you are... I'm going to have to take these off too. Sorry, I'm really faffing a lot today. I don't normally, but I'm going to have to take these off and just put them here close by. You're nostalgic about something. At this time, you're nostalgic. You are thinking about the past. You're thinking about someone or something from your past that brings you or brought you a lot of happiness in your past. And you have an emotional relief and healing from grief or loss because you are thinking only about the pleasant memories, okay, from the past. I would say what the block is the block, or even the current influence at this time, is a new love affair, or the current influence that you may not be aware of, which is actually could be this block that's being lifted, is where two people finally come together after a long flirtation or after a long time. A broken relationship is healed through forgiveness. So this could actually, Archangel Michael is saying that this is actually what's happening, okay? Because we have Archangel Michael here. I just heard he is shielding you, okay? I'm shielding you. Ganesh is also the god of lifting blocks and obstacles as well, which is a beautiful marriage between these messages as well. Okay, it does talk about abundance as well. So we have the influence around you is the start of a new relationship that will have a dramatic effect in your life. Okay, a broken relationship is healed. Let's have a look now at the goal. What is the goal? Thank you. We have the Five of Swords. Don't worry if you can't see the cards, if I'm not bringing them up to you. I'm sorry you can't, there's a bit of a glare, but hopefully, I don't know how to change that, but maybe if I do this. Does that work? Who knows? Maybe that works, but there's less of a glare because of the starry lights. Being I don't know, I'm just being silly. All right, there you go. So the goal is self-interest, self-preservation, okay? So the goal or your destiny at this time is to make sure that you're looking after yourself. These cards, by the way, were given to me forcefully by Magali Renee. She's a soul sister of mine. And yeah, these cards are funny because she literally just bought them and they were brand new. They were in a pack and they were closed and sealed, and she'd never used them before. I was like, oh, can I draw a card, please, in her car? And she was like, yeah, sure. And then by the end of the day, within an hour, I was like, oh my God, these cards speak to me. Can I have them, please? She was like, oh my God, okay. So yeah, these cards are for me. So whenever I use them, I think about her. So shout out to Mags. It's just funny. I love it because I always think about her when I use these cards. She also listens to these videos too. All right. So the goal is self-interest. The goal is self-preservation first. You can't be used to anyone else, it says here in the card, if you don't look out for yourself. Conflict and hostility defeat and destroy important projects. To be honest, what I'm picking up on is self-preservation. So the goal right now for you all is to just think about yourself first. And your destiny is kind of allowing you to grow. It says here in this card, this difficult time will provide insight and growth, possible illegal or immoral conduct, public shame and dishonor. I don't get any of that. I don't feel any of that intuitively. What I'm feeling intuitively is that this is a time, your goal is to preserve your energy, to really focus on yourself in a selfish way, in a good way. And I also see that this is going to be a time of insight and growth. It's kind of giving me the energy of the hermit, of laying back, laying low. Laying low as a phrase did come up in the December readings as well as the week ahead. So I'm not surprised that I'm channeling that again. And I also see that this is going to be a time of self-reflection. So that's the goal, is just preserve your energies, preserve yourself. And, you know, whether this happens in the outcome or not, we'll see. But you're kind of doing you. What I'm hearing is you do you, boo. And that's the goal for you right now. Okay, that's your destiny right now. Your goal and destiny is you do you. Okay, let's have a look at the influences of your distant past. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So in your distant past, the influences was about physical self-improvement. I would say also new relationship here with the Ace of Pentacles. I also would say your distant past had involved a new financial or career opportunity, a manifestation that came true. In your distant past, there was abundance. There's an energy of new growth. Yeah. In your distant past, there was success. In your distant past, there were projects that were destined to grow and prosper. And maybe your goal right now is to continue with this growth of self-growth, of this diet and exercise change. And that's what you're really focusing on. That's what your goal is, to just keep preserving your energy and to just focus on your diet and your exercise. And I would say that in your distant past, the influence, I was going to say inspiration, the influence was about maybe also others that had helped you, and that you were able to rely on your friends and family for financial support, energetic, emotional support. But to be honest, I get it as more like financial. So you're able to lean on people for support one way or another. Yeah, that's your distant past. In your distant past, I do get the energy of good luck. So wherever you turned, you were able to just create and manifest abundance into your life. Now, just this is the distant past, but because we have Ganesh here, and Ganesh is the symbol of abundance, overcoming obstacles, and we have that doubled here with the main energy of obstacles and blocks are lifted. I do feel like your main destiny in general is to have riches and to experience a lot of abundance with good friendships, wholesome, healthy relationships, being a healthy individual, eating like good foods, being surrounded by wonderful people. A lot of good luck comes your way. You know, whatever you touch turns to gold. I feel like you have that energy already, but I feel like there's been a bump on the road recently where you're not feeling as lucky. Okay, and so maybe there's an energy of feeling a tiny bit resentful. Maybe even towards yourself, because maybe you're not relying so much on your own instincts and your own ideas. Maybe you're not able to rely on yourself financially at this time. Now, I do know that globally speaking, in the Western world in particular, there has been a lot of issues with the cost of living and struggles, and there have been lots of blocks. And I do feel like there could be a little bit of resentment towards maybe people who you could rely on at work, and now they're not there for you at this time. And so what you could be experiencing is a little bit of public shame and dishonor. But maybe this is an insecurity of your own, because maybe you're just feeling not as magical and not so much in touch and in tune with your intuition or even your instincts. But you have to make sure that you're out of your ego, because you are actually on point. You are destined for great wealth. You should rely on your instincts and your ideas. And whatever has been going on was a test on your own faith and in your own abilities, is what I'm hearing. Before, in your distant past, money and material possessions came to you easily like that. And I'm hearing that Ariana Grande song, which is I manifest it, da da da, click my fingers, da 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 da, and I get it, whatever. And so she just, like, you know, whatever you did, whatever you wanted, just like magic, you know. And now it's like you're doubting your abilities. Okay, so that's a side note for some of you. Let's have a look now at the underneath that we have the Five of Cups, grief and loss. So let's have a look now at your recent past events. What are the recent past events? Okay, so this is the distant past. What is the recent past events? Wow. Ten of Swords. You see that? So in the recent past events involved a bottoming out, you know, involved trouble. You may have felt this trouble coming in. In your recent past, you may have doubted this trouble coming in. But remember, you are very intuitive people here in abstract medicine. And I would say that in your recent past, you were going through a downward spiral, maybe even mentally speaking. You may have also felt in your recent past that projects and plans were in jeopardy, and they ended up being in jeopardy. You may have tried to do everything not to make that or have that happen, but they happened. In your recent past, your home life may have been disrupted. In your recent past, there was conflict. Now, remember, in the crystal ball, I saw the westerly wind, and I also saw the conflict at work. So I feel like a westerly wind, metaphorically and even energetically, is coming in to help ease and remove any painful situations and blocks that you may have experienced. And also, this wind is bringing you a beautiful fresh air to remove this energy of conflict within your body as well. There's also an energy of betrayal here with the Ten of Swords. You may have in the recent past felt really betrayed. And no matter how powerful and safe you may have felt, you had actually in your recent past come across a lot of trouble. And you may have felt a little bit of a victim because you weren't able to just like magic manifest what you wanted so easily as you used to. And maybe in your recent past, money didn't come into you easily. Material possessions didn't come into you easily as they once did before. And I do see that there's been an ending, a real painful ending in a situation. And whatever you were foreseeing coming in that was going to be affecting your mental health, your energetic health, your bodily health, even your spiritual health, ended up becoming in jeopardy. Now, we do have plans and projects which may have been in jeopardy and may have been interrupted in your recent past. And this really took it out of you. Like, it kind of felt like the last nail in the coffin. And so I feel like there was a complete ending in a project, in a plan that you may have thought very heavily over. Maybe over a period of 10 weeks or over since the spring that you've been really wanting to manifest and may have been investing in your far distant past into this project or goal. So say, for example, I'm an artist. This actually interestingly happened to me. I'm an artist and I was preparing for a solo show that was going to be inaugurated in the first week of November. And so this is something that I was manifesting since spring this year. Well, actually last year, but this year I was really putting the energy in motion, etc., and it just never ended up manifesting. So it can be like you may have felt like you were in denial. No, it's going to happen anyway, or something like that. The only reason I'm giving you my example is just to kind of bring in that light bulb energy for you to think about what is it that you were maybe thinking over in the spring of this year or last spring or even 10 weeks ago. So 10 weeks ago was like 2 months and 2 weeks ago, that you had a plan to complete, and it never ended up happening. So, but what we do know about the Ten of Swords is we do know that at an end, at the darkest night, there is the dawn. And we have this dawn coming in. As we know about endings, there do tend to be new beginnings. So there may have been an ending in your recent past that may have left you feeling just dead. I have to say it like that, because this is someone who is never going to get up. There's 10 swords on their back. This is also someone who is like ridiculously beyond depleted because they are dead. They are no longer living. And this could have been a situation where you may have felt this dark night of the soul. Okay. I'll read up on more about this with other cards, but let me have a look at your future influence. Okay, so your future influence is Six of Pentacles, so it's going to balance out. It's going to be good. We do have positive energy coming through for you. So in your future, your future influence involves gaining control over your financial life, gaining control over your next payments that you need to pay, meeting your payments. In your future, you may be influenced by your own personal concerns about your own self-worth. But I do see that in your future there's going to be success in business or sales. So it kind of feels like there may have been some sort of halt with your natural abilities to create, just like magic, whatever you wanted to create in your material possessions, in your money, success coming in. Something had interrupted the flow that was so natural for you, and it's going to come back in again in your future. So there's going to be an increased personal power in your workplace. There's going to be a development and an understanding of financial success and how to manage your success, financially speaking, yeah? But you must give to others in order to keep money. So that helps to have that helps to flow in your life, and it helps just the flow of money coming in and out of your life. You know, you can't always just hold on to money. You have to kind of keep it circulating. And so in your future, I do see that you're going to be gaining control over your financial life, and also gaining control over your financial limitations. Now, at the time of this reading, it is incredibly foggy out there. I'm in the countryside, and honestly, you can barely see the houses. It's so foggy. It's very, very chilly as well. And I've got the heating pretty much on full blast, and I'm still wearing a jumper. It's just a very foggy winter, okay? I don't have the heating on here in this room, but maybe I should. But anyway, let's have a look at your present attitude. We have the Nine of Cups. So in your present attitude, you're holding on to a wish. I'm hearing for dear life. You're holding on to a wish, and I feel like this wish is going to be granted. So we have a problem is solved, a satisfying sexual relationship, emotional peace. Remember, I did talk about your recent past. You may have had your spiritual energies feeling completely depleted. We have goals are achieved, dreams come true. Take time to enjoy your success and revel in its rewards. Material possessions are attained, physical fitness and beauty. Okay, so I do see that some of you, what you need to know is that some of you are have in your way distant past thought about changing your diet, your exercise goals, your regime, and I feel like now you're really going to be benefiting from the fruits of all of your hard work and labor, because you're going to be seeing that, but also you're going to be coming across as really physically fit and very attractive, I would say, very beautiful, handsome. I also do see your present attitude is a great energy to be in right now, because what you're really focusing on, your goal is to just self-preserve, to nurture yourself. And in your present attitude, you are wishful. In your present attitude, you are in the right energy to attract a lot of your wishes to come true and your dreams to come true. And I also do see that your goals are going to be achieved. So maybe whatever has been put on the back burner in terms of a project that never ended up lifting off the ground, that can actually be happening and taking place for you at this time, because of your energy at this time, because you're focusing on that, you're focusing on yourself, and you're focusing on your goals at this time. Okay, let's now have a look at the environmental influences. I'm also tempted to put the heating on. Yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles, so no surprise. You know, we had this energy of feeling out in the cold, worry, stress. So, in your environment, it's been really tough. You know, financially speaking, it's been hard, it's been rough. It's been disastrous. It's been physically and emotionally and financially exhausting, disastrous, painful. There have been losses. There have been lots of stresses in your environment. There have been lots of worries and insecurities. It really kicked you. You know, this has really hit your self-esteem. You know, whatever didn't take off in the past, whether it was love, whether it was a project, it just never ended up manifesting, and it really kicked you to the curb, you know. You may have also been on this really good regimen and food and, like, you know, doing all of that, but maybe you had also lost a lot of weight, or you may have gained a lot of weight because of this feeling of financial ruin. So everything was fluctuating in your world, environmentally speaking. In your environment, your everything was fluctuating, your finances were fluctuating. You may have experienced unemployment, you may have experienced a breakup, you may have experienced health problems, health concerns. These could be people around you who have been sick as well. In your environment, you may have, I have to say, because it says here on the card, lost a home. And maybe there's a bit of resentment because before you used to be able to rely on your friends and now you don't. Now you're not able to. Maybe there's been a betrayal as well, possibly with that. I don't know. But the key is to continue staying in this energy here. Dreaming that your wishes are going to come true. And knowing that your goals are going to be achieved. And that physical fitness, beauty, you know, all of those things are actually kind of important to help you have a sense of accomplishment, but also, I just heard, regaining your power. But, you know, it helps with self-esteem when you feel that you yourself look good. It doesn't matter about what other people think. It really doesn't. This is the Five of Swords energy. You do you, boo. You do you. You know, so it's important that you continue to stay in this energy of like, I'm fit as hell, this is how it's going to be. I don't need anyone to validate that for me, whether I'm fat, whether I'm skinny, whether I'm this, where I'm that. If I tell myself and if I feel that I look great, I look freaking great. And that's all that matters. And that energy brings in this wish coming true. We're going to have a look at what the wish comes true in a second. But I also do see that it's important to seek support as well, maybe from a religious context or religious institution, or maybe from a spiritual institution or a spiritual context, a spiritual group. Okay. All right. I think for a lot of you, there has been an employment change because we do have the card here. But let's have a look now at your innermost emotions. So what you're really feeling inside emotionally is this energy of peace, family, a relationship, having it all. What you really desire, what your heart desire is a supportive family. What your heart desires is great friends. What your heart desires is a special love, a high-level soulmate relationship. What your heart desires is a family, maybe with children. What your heart desires is a family in how you see and perceive what family looks like to you. What your heart desires is a lovely home. What your heart desires is great health, emotional fulfillment. What your heart desires is joy and happiness. Yeah. So that is what your emotions are saying. What your inner heart, what your inner emotions are saying is that you would love to have all of the material possessions that you need. Not being greedy, but having all of your possessions, material possessions that you need. Maybe even what your heart desires is purchasing a home. Okay. And what your heart desires are commitments that are made and that are also kept. Because in your recent past, you've been met with betrayals. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. So your wish is going to come true, I would say, but you have to just make sure that you shift your energy. You check yourself. Let's have a look at what's the most likely outcome for the collective, please, Spirit. Thank you so much. Yeah. Moving away from conflict, moving away from problems, moving away from unfavorable judgment in a lawsuit. So what the outcome is you're moving away from really difficult times. Some of you are moving away from unwanted marriage proposals, overwhelming energy through a crisis. Maybe some of you have left a home because there's been, I just heard, a tornado, there's been flooding, there's been some really crazy things that have happened in your home place or where you grew up. And maybe you're looking to really relocate here with the Six of Swords. The outcome, we have you dealing with the aftermath of problems which have really drained your energy. Okay, so that's your, the Ten of Swords energy. So in your future, it will be better. Your outcome is looking better. It's looking brighter. It's a little bit bleak still at this moment. But it's going to be better. Things will eventually work out. And I also do see travel or journey. This could also happen during the winter months, but there's also journey over water, possibly for some of you. And I did see that there was this travel from one end of the hemisphere to another end of the hemisphere for some of you. Okay. Let's have a look. So we have the other outcome is the Seven of Pentacles. So you're going to be traveling away from a really difficult time in your life. You could be relocating, but either way, you're moving and shifting from one vibration to another frequency that's going to be much better and lighter. And you're going to be investing in finances, in a financial project. You're also going to be taking a complete financial inventory. So you're gonna be looking at maybe end of this year, you know, how much you've made this year and how much you've spent, that kind of thing. How much you believe that you deserve to be paid, that kind of thing. Okay. So money comes in from investments. You may have also invested into something. So you may have invested into a past project from your way distant past that actually, you know, this could have happened a year ago where you invested in a project. Now, for example, I'm just going to give you my example because I'm an artist. Say, for example, which I have done, painted a painting a year ago, because Pentacles talk about a year ago, last winter, even the winter before, the winter months. Yeah. What the outcome is this winter is money coming in because someone has bought my painting and money is coming in this winter for me. That's an example, okay? So money comes in from investments, I would say from the year before, a past project, even some sort of investment that you put like into stocks or shares or even crypto, I don't know. But either way, use this time to assess progress towards career goals and financial plans. If there is a little profit, radically change your direction on money issues. Choose a low risk investment and plan carefully. So in your future, you're looking to plan. And remember, I did mention the Hermit here. So I did say that your goal is to really do self-reflection because you're just selfishly in your own way doing you. We do have the winter months here with this card, and this is the only major arcana that we have in this whole spread. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Temperance card, which also came out in the December reading as well, from what I remember. So we have balance, balance, balance and healing, you know, that needs to take place at this time, or at least from one cycle to the next cycle. There's also this level of energy of flexibility. There's also an energy of change and adaptation that you may have already experienced, and you knew that you needed to be really flexible. Now, just because the timing of this reading, we are now in Sagittarius season. Again, happy birthday to my Sagittarians. This is also the energy of winter with the Hermit card, Sagittarius card here, Virgo card here, two signs. You may have them predominantly in your chart. So I would say that this is quite accurate. So in the Sagittarius season, you could be encountering people who actually are now willing and able to work with you, and have really good management skills as well. This is the time to really achieve balance, control over your own life, not overspending. Like, everything has to be in balance at this time. You have many ideas and experiences which synthesize to form new ideas, which end up being new investments for a future to come, that's going to bring you lots of rewards. There's also this energy here of compromise, tempering your emotions. But it's also really important to compromise in order to secure cooperation in a work environment. There's also this energy of a possible reconciliation here with the Temperance card. What you will be expecting is, what to expect is the unexpected. That's what I just heard. What to expect is an inner glow up. What to expect is an inner glow up. So feeding the soul of nourishment, being alone for a while, searching for the answers to life's problems, asking those spiritual questions. Now remember, I did say that in your environment there are spiritual or religious institutions or groups or collectives where you can seek support at this time. Okay, so I would say that the outcome is, for a lot of you, is that you're going to be seeking these groups for help. Okay, this could also be mentors as well, teachers. You're going to be making decisions carefully. There's going to be an energy of peace and quiet. This is the energy of the bear going into the cave in order to hibernate for the next 6 months. However, for those of you who are not hibernating, you will be taking advice from others. I would say from a mentor, a teacher who is incredibly wise and spiritually gifted. And I also see that there is a prediction here where a meeting with someone who will defend, inspire, or protect you is inevitable. There's also a possible vacation or sabbatical happening for you in your future too. But the key is to follow your heart and not the crowd. Okay? So that's gorgeous. Let's get some clarifiers, and we're also going to be using the dice. I have to put them out here so I don't forget. Okay. So let's have a look. What is this present energy with the Six of Cups? Why are we looking back to our past in the present? Why are we concentrating on pleasant times, happy memories from our past, please, Spirit? Why are we currently thinking about these things? Nine of Swords, because we can't let it go. We can't let the past go. And so thinking about the past about someone is the only way. Sorry, I have to rephrase that. Thinking about someone or an event in our past and reprogramming it in our mind that there were only happy memories is the only way that we can get through the day. For some of you, in your present position, you're thinking about the past, you have nostalgia because you just can't let it go. You can't let the past go. It keeps you up at night. We have family here. This is something that brought you a lot of stability. This is something that brought you a lot of, I just heard compassion, a hope for the future. You were planning to invest in this person, this situation, this project, this job, this career. And in your past, there was also this energy that you had your future set. You know, you felt financially secure in your future. You felt like for your future, you felt financially secure. And in your present situation, you're looking at the past and going, I was really financially secure in this situation. I was really stable in this situation. And you're having sleepless nights because you can't let the past go. This can also involve children as well. For some of you, I have to share my condolences with you because some of you are grieving at this time or reminiscing about a child that you may have aborted, or, so trigger warning here, you may have aborted or you may have lost that may have transitioned into heaven, because Six of Cups does talk about children, and this may have caused a real rupture and ending in your family. Okay, with the Death card here, I do see that there was an ending in instability. There was an ending in having financial growth here, and there's that feeling that maybe a marriage had ended, and that's what's keeping you up at night. There may have been someone who was very sneaky as well. All right, let's have a look at the Two of Cups. Why is the Two of Cups showing? We have the King of Cups. So there is a block here that could be lifted, where there is someone who has deep emotions for you. So this is not you who's thinking about the past or reminiscing about the past at this time. There is someone who is reminiscing about you, and this is someone from your past. This person could be returning to you, and they could be returning because they can't sleep, eat, you know, function without you being in their life, and they really consider you as family here. With the Death card here, there was a major ending that needed to end, so that you could start all over again. Let's get another card. Yeah, we have the Fool card here. There is someone here, Aries energy here, Scorpio energy here. There is someone here who may wish to reconcile from your past, and there is a need for forgiveness and healing with regard to this broken relationship, okay? This person did have a dramatic effect on your love life and in your life, because we have the Scorpionic energy here and the Fool card here. This person could be coming in the new year, as you have potentially moved on energetically, and you're coming across here with the Queen of Wands energy is someone who's very magnetic, someone who's very strong, and we have the Lovers card here, Leo energy here, as well as Gemini as well, okay? So you're coming across as very strong. You're coming across as someone who they have deep love for you, and they really want to reconcile and have a brand new start with you, and they want to hold on to this relationship because the bond that you have with them is very solid, it's very strong, and they know that they've met their match here. You're cut from the same cloth is what I just heard. And you have a teaching here, because you remember I spoke about the tree here in the crystal ball. There's this energy where you're needing to come together in order to heal the family trees that you both hold within your DNA, mitochondrial DNA. So this can involve marriage. This can involve effectively a higher commitment. This can also involve children here too. But either way, there is forgiveness that is needed here. And there's a need also here for those of you who have seemingly moved away. There is a cat. There is one of your animal spirits that is aware that there is going to be an approach coming in, okay, before you do. So your animals could be acting strangely. You could be seeing cats who are acting strangely, and it's because they are aware of an energy coming into your life, and this person has deep emotions for you. They're wanting a completely new start in a connection with you. Whether you choose them or not, of course, it's going to be up to you. This is a general reading. If you'd like a private session, a private reading with me, 50% off at this time, so you can book directly on the website, and I offer you a minimum 30-minute recorded video sent to your inbox, and you can listen to it at any time that you wish. But there's this energy here where you're needing to make sure that however magnetic you are, however sexy you are, however attractive you are, however creative you are, how many admirers you do have, there is one person, I would say, that has deep feelings for you, and they are coming in, they are approaching you. When, I would say, in the year, like next year, the beginning of the new year possibly, but just make sure that you bite your tongue from saying anything that could be like coming across as aggressive or arrogant. Just make sure that you do things with grace and with class, okay? There's also an important decision that you're going to be making. So with the Lovers and the Two of Cups, you know, I think for a lot of you, you've dealt with issues of the heart recently, where you thought there was stability, and now you're just doing you're single. I would say, let me have a cup of tea. I would say you could have a choice between two people. There could be an ending in one relationship or with a person in one situation to another. So I am picking up on Leo, Scorpio, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Aries. There could also be an important decision that you may need to make with regard to a partnership coming in for work. So as you're here contemplating about the past and how good it was, with regard to your career, there could be someone coming in to lift the blocks of financial burdens and constraints in order to help bring you a flow of abundance. And there may be an important decision that you may need to make. Okay, this is requiring you to move away from the past, to hold on to your worth, hold on to your finances, and to, of course, save your money at this time, save your energy. And I would just say, give it a try. What's the harm of trying something out? Again, Two of Pentacles. I feel like you have two choices in love and two choices at work. So two partnerships, people coming in and wanting to work with you because you're coming across as the Queen of Wands. You know, you're coming across as being very desirable, very attractive, very strong in your workplace, a very strong contender in love, romance, and also in work, in career. And people are sensing and perceiving that you know your worth. Now, with the Page of Cups, I do see an apology coming in, possibly by a female, in the work environment. Okay, I just think this is a work environment situation, this Page of Cups. I don't think it's regard to love. Just in the nature of the Biddy Tarot, this tarot deck. I feel like it's a female who could be slightly younger than you or a lot younger than you, who could be coming in to send you a message, an email, saying, oh, I'm sorry about this or that. I feel like you've already moved on from this partnership with this female, and you may have blocked this person. Okay, so the cards are really speaking today. They kind of just want to go all over the place. So fine, let's do that. So we have the Queen of Swords, the Judgment card, and the Ace of Cups. There is this energy of new love, someone falling in love here, okay? Falling in love with yourself first, but I would say a new love affair here with the Two of Cups is around you at this time. The energy around you is where there could be a resuscitation, a rebirth, a reconciliation, and an absolute massive wake-up call for someone or two parties who could be coming back together, okay? And I would say it's the female or the feminine energy in this dynamic in terms of romance and love who has closed off their energy from a masculine energy. So there's a masculine energy who's wanting to approach, who has a lot of deep love, a lot of deep love. And they're wanting to revive this connection here. But you are coming across as a closed book, has a poker face possibly. You may have blocked them. You may have said no. You know, the Queen of Swords did come up in the December reading as well. We have the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Cups. I do feel like there is love that is really wanting to come in. And this is someone who can be trusted. Whether it's someone from your past or your past life, these could be two energies, two separate people, is going to be, you know, depending on your situation. But I do see the potential of everything that you've wished for here, because we do have the wish card here with the Nine of Cups. Now, let's have a look at the goal. Look, fast energy approaching, travel, very strong Cancer energy here for me. Also, Leo is a reader. The Nine of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, we also have the goal to just do you, to focus on you, and we have double Nine of Cups energy here. The focus right now, the goal is to be content with yourself on your own. What you see around you, you just don't know, you're not sure whether it's coming or not, okay? But at this time, the goal is to just focus on you, to build your work relationships, to build your skill levels, and maybe even think about travel here. For me as a reader, the Chariot can also represent Archangel Michael for me, or Archangel Metatron. Archangel Metatron is more accurate. There's also the symbols of Egypt here as well. So if Egypt has been calling you, then that's also your sign. But these sphinxes are looking in two different directions. And the person in the Chariot is also looking at the same direction as one sphinx. It's almost like at this time, you're not thinking of, like, you're conflicted. You're not wanting to think about the past, but you do. But you know that you need to move on towards your future. And you need to move on towards your future fast. All right? That's what you want. Let's have a look now at your distant past. Let's have a look at what your influences of your distant past. Yeah, in your distant past, we have, what's his name again? Onibus, the dog, Anubis, the dog, Egyptian dog symbol. It's the Book of the Dead. You know, it's basically, in your distant past, there were endings that had to change, that had to end. In your distant past, the wheel was turning. I would say it was a favorable thing, but inevitably, when life cycles do their thing, there are endings. People leave our lives. You know, situations end. But I do feel like in your distant past, you were very fortunate because you clicked your fingers just like magic, you manifested it, which is the Ariana Grande song that I spoke about. And in your distant past, you were incredibly financially independent here with the Nine of Pentacles. And you looked towards slow growth. That's what was in your distant past, yeah? You had clear ideas about how and where you wanted to invest your time, your money. You may have been single for a long time. And you really felt on top of the world. You were able to afford and buy yourself luxury items. And now maybe you're not able to. Yeah. We have the King of Swords here. I'm going to put it back in the deck because I didn't really ask the question just yet. But the King of Swords is the counterpart to the Queen of Swords. Okay. Let's have a look now at your... You know, you were just a really stable, single individual that didn't need to be with anyone because you had everything that you needed. You were very self-sufficient and you were very fortunate. But in your distant past, there was an ending that was coming up and it did end up ending, okay? And so we see that here in the cards. Okay, let's have a look now at your recent past events. Obviously, the recent past events, we have the Ten of Swords. I hope you're not getting too bored with this long reading. It's quite a long one, but I hope you're okay with it. in your recent King of Swords. So someone, a mature man, a mature male, had left you feeling betrayed. There was a masculine energy who may have said something, they could have air in their chart, who had said something very matter of fact that had left you feeling pretty dead. Yeah, and the candle's just gone out, so I'm just gonna have to get another candle. You know, we have the candle that's just gone out, and you know, the light went out in your life or in a situation, and we're going to look why this happened. Why did this happen? 5 of Cups, Queen of Cups, Temperance card. Okay, so the King of Cups is over here in the influence around you at this time, which is the counterpart to the Queen of Cups. The King of Swords is here, which is also in the, whether you want to admit it to yourself, you are still nostalgic about the past. And I would say it's about this past connection with your counterpart, okay? So why this happened, this energy, this betrayal energy, this ending happened, this conflict happened, this disruption happened because someone may not have wanted to recognize that there was a counterpart energy. Maybe your emotions were too much for this person at the time, and now they're recognizing how much love they actually feel for you now at this time. At this time, in the past, in the recent past, this person was thinking, obviously from their mind space, this person was thinking rationally, but you knew all along, the High Priestess keeps coming up in the readings, that they were coming from a place of ego and control. This person has deep regrets though, deep regrets about how they may have come across with their delivery and what they said. Why did this happen? Why did this happen, please, Spirit? This happened, this card wants to come out too. 3 of Cups. This could have happened because there were too many cooks in the kitchen. There were too many cooks stirring the pot, I'm hearing. There were too many influences. There could have been 3 people involved in this relationship. There could have been interferences with friends. Okay, but this happened because this person had deep fears. Deep fears. This person was undecided. There you go, look, the Emperor. Control freak. 7 of Pentacles. This person was a father or had father fears, like maybe fears of being a father, and was undecided about being a father. This person was a divine masculine energy. This person was really mainly focusing on their job and their career, and that's why the delivery of what they said was said in a really blunt manner. However, what I do see is even though this person said what they said, we have the Hermit as well. Look, in the King of Wands, I'm going to just bring these all out. And the Magician. And the Knight of Wands. Whoa, look, 5 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. And the Ace of Wands. My goodness, and the World. Go, this is a big reading. 10 of Swords, look, 10 of Swords, okay. And the 4 of Cups, okay. Okay, so the reason why this had happened is because this person was undecided. This person was undecided whether they wanted to be a father. This person could be a father at this time, because you know, the Emperor is a father. This person was unsure. This person was in their ego. This person had deep fears. This person may have had really deep mother wounds, you know. This person felt like that they invested enough time with you. But either way, straight after they said what they said, they felt major remorse and regret. I also feel like this person was conflicted. This person may have had issues with their friends and family. I would say their friends. They could have had arguments. But either way, you know, this person really suffered a great deal of heartache. You know, this person has dealt with a lot of pain, a lot of betrayal in their past in general. I don't think it was you. But I feel like this person was really conflicted. This person may have had lots of arguments with people, but in their past too, and conflicts in past relationships that just was really conflictual, you know, really argumentative. And this person has dealt with many betrayals. I do see that now this person has realized their ways, and this person realized that they didn't get what they wanted in the end, because this person didn't get what they want in the end because this person is still looking at their past. This person may have thought, well, what they actually want is just to focus on their career, whatever, their job, building their finances, building their career. And this person was the deliverer of a blunt truth that left you feeling really lost for words and in a downward spiral of, I would say, depression or close to feeling of death. Yeah. Now, this person is, again, like I said, this person, straight after what they said, they're wanting to manifest you back into their lives. They're wanting to come towards you. They're wanting to come in with a lot of fire and passion. They're wanting to heal their heart and mend their ways, I'm hearing. This person has a lot of clarity now. They know the truth now. They know the truth of their heart. This person is willing to fight off the competition that you have around them. This person sees that they have been enlightened with how they have acted towards you, and how they've acted towards you, and how you have felt being in the Ten of Swords, betrayed. They are now feeling that feeling, and this person wants to complete a cycle with you. They want to close out a chapter with you and start a new one with you. They do see you as their world. They're possibly wanting to travel towards you, engage with you. And this person is wanting to come in and speak their truth of how much they regret saying what they said and causing this separation and this distance between you. And they're really wanting to communicate here. Again, we have the energies of Virgo, Aries, Gemini, and Cancer energy in particular. Yeah. So those energies are coming back in with other cards. This person has a lot to say, and they basically feel like you are their true match, that you are the one. Yeah. And they're feeling really miserable at this time. They can see that you have lots of options. But either way, they're wanting to fight the competition. All right. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. You know, they do see you as someone who knows their own worth. They see your worth now. If they didn't before, they see your worth now. Okay. If you live in Australia, for example, they may want to, because I looked at it in the crystal ball, they may wish to move from the southern hemisphere to travel towards you. So the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere, for example, or vice versa. Yeah. So if you live in Australia, they would, if they live in the northern hemisphere, they would travel from the north to the south. Okay. And they want to claim you as theirs. That's what it is. This is, again, a love reading. Again, the Sun, they see you as happy. I don't know why I'm even bothering looking at these cards. They see you as their joy, and they're just miserable at this time. They really want to reconcile. You know, if they were undecided about having children, they want to have children with you, at least one child. They see that you would make a wonderful mother. Yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, again, this card is Again, they're really miserable at this time. They're looking at sneaky ways to come towards you. They're really heavily burdened, and they're now paying attention to their intuition. They also are aware that you are incredibly intuitive, and they may try to be communicating to you in the dream state. We have the Six of Cups here, and this is why you're being nostalgic, because at this present time, the Six of Cups, we did have that in the present. You're looking back at the future. You're looking back at them, and they're looking back at you, because you hold beautiful memories together. And as I said, this person could be keeping an eye on you. This person is a spy. This person is wondering where you're at, what you're doing. This person could be surrounding your neighborhood, checking you up online. This person is studying you from afar as you work towards your goals. Now, in your present attitude, what's happening in your present attitude? We have a wish. So you're wishing for a satisfying sexual relationship. You're wishing for your desires to be granted. You're wishing for your goals to be achieved. So your present attitude is positive. What else? Present attitude, please, Spirit. There are a lot of cards and now there aren't any. Your present attitude is, again, your wish being fulfilled. Your present attitude is wishful thinking. Your present attitude is, I am still going to believe and long for something that is so far reaching and far away from me that I know is going to come true. And I know that I have lots of options. And I am my greatest wish. And I know that I'm a wish to the world. And I know that I am someone's wish out there. That's the energy that you're giving Abstract Medicine Collective. Your wish is also stardom for some of you. Your wish is as recognition. Your wish is to having it all. Your wish is to be beautiful. Your wish is for people to shine a light on people's masks so that people's masks drop. Your wish is to expose the evils in the world. Your wish is to bring magic into the world. Unforeseen worlds, and you like to shine a light onto the world about these things, about these myths. Your wish into the world is to be recognized with a laurel leaf. Your wish is to be engaged and to be married with a diamond. Your wish is to be really praised and respected and revered as the queen, king that you are, emperor, empress that you are. Your wish is balance, okay? That's your present attitude. And healing, big time healing. Yeah? Beautiful card, I love that. So magical. You know, you're so magical at this time. Let's have a look at the environmental influences. So, you know, around you, people around you, if you were left in this energy of feeling out in the cold, stressed and worried, now there are people around you who are also feeling stressed and worried. I just feel like, generally speaking, you're going through an internal glow up that is being seen on the outside. What's the environment around? The Knight of Swords. So the environment around you is fast communication, fast movement coming in. The environment around you, there's a lot of ambition. There's a lot of ambition. And you're driven to succeed. You have a strong drive to succeed. And I would say defeat your enemies. You have a strong desire to succeed, ambition to succeed, a little bit of an arrogance as well, to come in and cut down anyone who has put you in this anxious, worrisome state in the past. Okay, you have a great ambition to recuperate your finances because you're not someone who is in the energy of poverty or lack. You're someone who, just like that, you manifest it. You know, you are a wealthy person in so many ways. And we have, you know, the Hierophant here, Taurus energy. So there are people around you who see you as marriage material, and if they put you in this separation, they are now wanting to rush in, claim you, and have major ambitions to spouse you here, get married, put a ring on it, whatever you want to call it. I also do see that there is an ambition for a lot of you to be a teacher of high regard, and let's have a look. Why not? Because I like looking at my tarot and astrology book here. The Hierophant, the keeper of tradition, is assigned to Taurus, the sign of stability, luxury and pleasure. Exactly. You know, you have a high desire and a high ambition to have luxury, have pleasure in your life, because just like that, you are a wealthy, magical individual. You're a wealthy, magical, rich person. And naturally, when you carry across this energy of royalty, that's what you attract. You're not destined for this. You're destined for this. And this. And this. You know? Financial independence. You know? So yeah, that's what I see. Let's see what else there is in the innermost emotions. So, you know, what your heart desires is a love relationship. We have the Six of Swords here as well, and here. So what your heart desires is to move on. Your heart desires to move on and move towards a special love relationship, whether it's someone from your past returning or with someone new, because you know that you carry lots of options here. This whole table is a complete mess. I'll clear it out in a minute. And what your heart desires is maybe for some of you to separate from a controlling husband, and just go at it alone with you and your child and just work on that. Okay. And with the Eight of Pentacles, I see that you're just wanting to keep nourishing your projects and focusing on that. You're also wanting to develop new skills. And say, for example, you didn't know how to do, I don't know, some sort of meal. You learn how to do that and you'll end up mastering it. You know, say, for example, you've been wanting to make lasagna for however long, and now you end up doing it like over and over again. You end up mastering that. And that becomes your signature dish. So you're just wanting to just keep doing that self-improvement, and maybe even go back to school and do an apprenticeship. You're just doing you. You're just moving on energetically. That's what you're doing. It's what your heart desires, is to move on. Let's have a look at the outcome. Most likely outcome, we had you actually moving on. We also had you working on your finances, taking complete financial inventory, money coming in, money going out. And we also see you single at this time, or at least looking within for the spiritual answers and the philosophical answers, and actually finding peace finally. So the outcome is the Page of Wands. The outcome is someone who is inspired, who is a free spirit, who has limitless potential, may also wish to travel. We have the King of Pentacles here, the Eight of Swords, the Devil, and the Eight of Wands. I also do see that there is someone around you. We had the Queen of Pentacles here, which is the counterpart to the King of Pentacles. We had the Queen of Cups under here, and here we had the King of Pentacles here. We also had the Queen of Swords over here. We had the King of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So we have all the counterparts apart from the Empress here. We had the Emperor. So there is a divine masculine energy who is massively tempted by you, and really wanting to travel and send over Cupid's love arrows to you. And they want to really give back to this connection. They are really trapped in their own head. As I said before, this person's really in their own head. They're really trapped in their own head about also the competition that you may be having at this time. They're also highly desiring you. This person is now, I would say, leveling up. Six of Pentacles, they want to give back to the connection after a time of healing. This person is leveling up financially speaking. They're also healing. They've also, the outcome in the future is that this person will be healed and will be approaching you with lots of communication, with a lot of passion and desire, and wanting to chain you down in more ways than one. And we have someone who may have leveled up into actually believing that they are worthy and deserving of you, and that they are also now wanting to be the father and husband to you. Okay, let's get one more and then we'll read these cards. Oh, and the dice. Oh, it was a long reading, but it had to happen, I guess. Okay, this flipped. So, Nine of Wands. In the future, this person could be finishing off one last battle. Again, fighting off the competition. One last battle. Planning to approach you, travel towards you. Lots of travel towards you here. But they will be waiting for the right opportunity to come over. This could be happening, I don't know, summer months. I don't know, Capricorn season. We have Capricorn here as well. Sorry, I forgot to mention that zodiac. Taurus here as well. So we have Taurus, Aries, Capricorn, Gemini, Leo, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This person is going to get a massive wake-up call and they feel you're cold. They feel the cold. Empress, there you go. They feel the cold. There's one person here, usually this card depicts two people. They are now feeling the chill that you left behind, and you left them behind. They thought that they were being in control by leaving you behind, and now they're feeling that energy, or in the future they will be feeling that energy, and therefore they'll be wanting to make moves and strides towards you. There's going to be a bit of a challenge within them, but I feel like they are just suddenly drastically just going to go, F it, I'm just going to go towards him, her, this divine feminine energy, because I'm too tempted not to. Yeah, and this person is no longer going to be undecided, and this person is no longer going to be holding back. This person will be going through a major awakening. There's also this very strong energy of pregnancy and fertility here. In the future, you're going to be carrying across a lot of people who are going to be desiring you sexually. Because you exude that sexual energy. You know, you're the Empress, divine feminines. I'm talking to you. So if you haven't had children yet, or if you are wanting children, or if you're not wanting children, contraception is the word. Use it or don't, up to you. But you are very fertile as well at this time. Okay. In the future, I do see a pregnancy here as well. I do. All right. Let's just clear out all these cards, and we're going to read these three cards here. I hope you've enjoyed this lengthy reading. I really do hope it's helped you. And if you would like a private session with me, or if you would like to make a donation or as an energy exchange, give to the channel by going to PayPal, I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Let's put this back in the deck. And we're going to be reading the obstacles and blocks which are lifted. So, as I mentioned before, we have Archangel Michael here, and we have Ganesh here. We'll be reading about Bodhigaya. So, all your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted. So because you're now in a wishful energy, and because you are a wish come true to so many people, and in particular to one person, your energy has shifted. You will experience progress. Look, marriage. You will experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. All right. Okay. I need to find a place to put this. There. Congratulations on all your personal growth. Work has disentangled you from the snares of fear-based blocks. All systems are go and you are on your way. Okay? The key now for you is to stay centered in positive energy. Any doubts or worries must be immediately faced and dealt with, such as giving them to God for healing. Do not allow your mind to wander to worst case scenarios, lest you manifest those fears into reality. Remember that God gave you the spiritual power of creation, so use it to craft your masterpiece that will leave a helpful and inspiring legacy. So I did talk about also the trees and legacy as well, didn't I? Now we're going to be looking at the Varanasi location. This card here. Gorgeous card. There you go. Energy focus, overcoming. So the word is overcoming. Yes, overcoming. Location, Uttar Pradesh in India. Okay. So in your past, you felt as if your dreams were always being dashed, or that all your plans went awry because something else stepped in the way. The Hindu elephant-headed deity, Ganesh, offers assistance, for he is the remover of all obstacles. Okay, as I mentioned, the remover of all obstacles. Ganesh is the god of beginnings, called upon at the start of ceremonies and new enterprises. He sits in the lower world of the card, guarding the river Ganges, where Hindus believe they must bathe in order for their life to be made complete. The holy water causes remission of sins and facilitates moksha, or freedom, from the cycle of life and death. Take a moment to look at what is preventing you from moving forward and towards your goals. You can ask Ganesh to remove any obstacles in your path. Do this as you imagine bathing in the river Ganges, allowing the holy waters to cleanse you of all that has been pulling you down in your life, enabling you to step out purified and whole, ready to manifest your desires. Okay? In the middle world, in the present moment, imagine walking through the colourful, bustling streets of Varanasi, one of the most popular pilgrimage sites for Hindus, where Lord Shiva is believed to reside. Whatever one sows in this sacred city is reaped 1,000 times. Varanasi is filled with temples and shrines. It is a city of spiritualism, philosophy, and mysticism. And this is Varanasi there, and this is the Ganges. Take a look at your own environment. Is your house cluttered and chaotic, or ordered and serene? External surroundings often reflect your inner state. Take some time now to throw away unwanted items to make room for the things you really need. Doing this will help cleanse negative energies from your home or place of work. Do you have a special place where you can seek sanctuary and guidance? You can create a sense of sanctuary and peace at home by playing recordings of sounds from nature, such as ocean waves, rustling wind or animal calls, or other soothing noises such as church bells or chimes. So in the upper world and your potential, the river goddess Ganga holds in her hands 2 water ports. So remember, we did have the star card here and we had the temperance card too, where she holds 2 water ports, the energy of Aquarius. This is also the energy of Ganga. She says to hold her up so you can see. There's also a balance of the sun and the moon there at the top. Her essence runs through India in the form of the river Ganges, offering the opportunity to wash away sin. What aspect of your life would you like to just wash away? Consider making a pilgrimage to this great river, or simply immerse yourself in a local river or even in a shower, running water of some sort, holding in your mind the image of Ganga, carrying off your regrets, fears and worries. So remember, we did have the card of the 5 of Pentacles. All right, so remove those worries and fears. Bathe in her purity as she cleanses you, washing away all guilt and restoring you to wholeness. Release and forgive, and you will break free from your chains. Whether the obstacles in your life are physical or emotional, remember that obstacles can always be overcome. Okay, so the meditation is on the Om, okay, the Om symbol. It is an Indian philosophical belief that God first created sound and that the universe arose from it. As the most sacred sound, the Sanskrit word Om is the root of the universe, and its vibration continues to hold everything together. Find a quiet place and, if you are able, sit in a cross-legged pose with your eyes closed. Focus on your third eye in your forehead between your eyebrows. For the entire exercise, now take a deep breath in and out and start to chant Aum. Slowly. Repeat for as long as it feels comfortable. As you continue to chant this mystical mantra, you will discover clarity of thought, internal sight, and connection with the universe. When you feel ready to come back, bring your hands together in the prayer position and say Namaste. Focusing on stillness and peace in this way each day will allow you to step away from any chaos and obstacles in your life. Now, as we all know, Namaste means the light in me sees the light in you. Yes? Now we have a look at the Bodhigaya. Okay, card. There are so many places here that I really want to visit. Okay. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Let me have a look. '72 South. Okay. There's just something I want to have a look at. Varanasi, where is she? Okay. It's interesting because the 2 cards that came out in this booklet, they're literally right opposite, they're right next to each other. And, you know, they came out the same, which is interesting. And I did shuffle them, as you saw. So the energy focus is sanctuary. The word is sanctuary. Yeah? Sanctuary. So if this word is overcoming, this one is sanctuary, overcoming and sanctuary. Okay. In the past, behold the one who is awake, the Buddha, who around 530 BC sought as the young prince Siddhartha Gautama to end the suffering he saw in his world. On reaching the forested banks of the Falgu River, he sat in a meditation under a fig tree known as the Bodhi tree. According to scriptures, after 3 days and 3 nights, he attained enlightenment and the answers that he sought. In the image on this card, a representation of his statue in the Mahabodhi temple of Bodh Gaya, the Buddha is flanked by pink lotus flowers, signifying purity and spiritual perfection. Peace and joy emanate from his smile, shining out in all directions. The bowl of the Buddha's lap is his offering of spiritual healing to you, for he reveals himself to you now to help resolve your struggles with the injustices of the world and the turmoil and confusion you have felt within for so long. Okay. In the present, the Mahabodhi temple is the world's most famous Buddhist temple, marking the location where Siddhartha Gautama is said to have attained enlightenment and become the Buddha. It was built by the Emperor Ashoka around 260 BCE. Over the centuries, various benefactors have added to the temple and the surrounding sacred site in reverence to Buddha and his teachings. The aim has been to make this holy place as accessible as possible to the constant stream of pilgrims who come from around the world and to provide for their needs. The power symbol is the leaf of the lotus, indicating the Buddha himself. It signifies to you is your awakening to the spiritual path now. Mental clarity, and there's 44 on the timer now, so Ascended Master energy, and this is an Ascended Master. Mental clarity awaits you. This is the ability to reason and to avoid falling to pieces emotionally in the face of adversity. The potential. Where do you go for sanctuary, for advice and respite in times of need? Now remember, in the outcome of the reading, we had the hermit, which is about going to a religious or sacred institution or spiritual institution or group for help and advice. Now this could be the teaching, and the advice could be coming through me, through the book, through these ascended masters here, Ganesh, as well as Ganga and the Buddha as well. Okay, so this is gorgeous. So as I'm reading, I am calibrating your energies and giving you the information that you need without necessarily having to go to these sanctuaries, which is beautiful. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you. And this is what is releasing those obstacles and overcoming those obstacles. Do you even know of such a place? As you journey on your spiritual path, it will become increasingly important to be able to retreat into your sanctuary for time to time. That's the Virgo energy. That's the Hermit. This may be a place of worship, a room in your home, or somewhere special in nature. In many belief systems, the tree. So remember, I saw the tree in the crystal ball. It's coming back here again. The tree is a symbol of human wisdom and of the shelter and sustenance it provides to other living things. Drawing on both the earth and the sky for its own life, the tree embodies the sacred trinity of existence. The 4th generation Bodhi tree at Bodh Gaya is one such living example. Without this tree, it is believed the site will become barren and neither flora nor fauna will exist on the earth or in the sky above. Creating a sanctuary. One way of creating a private sanctuary is to set up a small altar that you can visit when necessary. You don't need a lot of space. A cupboard or bookshelf will do. Cleanse the space by burning sage or a candle or by shaking a rattle. Now, bring some items to the altar that represent your whole being. The physical can be symbolized by a picture of you, a lock of your hair, or a figurine that you know means you. The emotional could be a herb or a spice or other natural item that seems to reflect your dominant emotional characteristics. Someone who is hot-tempered may choose a chili, for example. Lastly, select an artifact to symbolize your spiritual nature, perhaps a figurine of the Buddha or a crucifix or a small globe, star or animal. If you are so inclined, arrange them so they feel good to you. Stand before this altar and say aloud or within, I seek to provide all I can to nurture my body, mind and soul, and what I am lacking, I may be sent to me in a manner that serves my highest good. Visit this altar as often as you like, just to be with it or to repeat your sanctuary mantra when required. So create a sanctuary, cleanse your home, make space, get rid of junk, and your obstacles are being lifted. Let's have a look at the dice. A beautiful long reading for all of you. That's what you get when I don't do the pick a cards. Okay, so we have telephone. Someone is going to be communicating. There's going to be important information on your phone. You could also have affirmations on your phone as well, which is quite a nice thing to have as a reminder of just how wonderful and amazing and gorgeous you are. I've got, what's it called? Candle wax. And we have the rocket here. So there is fast motion here. There's travel. Okay. The rocket could be an important symbol for you. Fast motion. Lots of fire here as well. We also have headphones. You might want to listen to some binaural beats. You might want to listen to some whale song, some beautiful music. Okay. We also have a woman with curly hair and some glasses. This could be a granny. This could be someone who's going to be giving you some sage advice. This could also be an important person, a significant person, who could be that young female in a partnership, work partnership environment, who could be offering an apology and a message that you need to make sure you listen carefully for. I'm also seeing a pretzel here. This could be a visit to Amsterdam. This could be a visit to, I don't know, Europe, Belgium. This could also be your flexibility at this time and also sexual intertwinement. This is also spiritual intertwinement too. And we have the brain. So make sure that you're doing what you need to do to enhance your brain. Maybe read some books, read some books on your tablet, on your phone. You could also listen to audiobooks as well. So that was a wonderful reading. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Let me know if it resonated for you, and catch you in the new one, the next one, soon to come. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you know where to find me, you know where to do it, and catch you in your private sessions as well. Love and light to you. God bless. Bye for now.